sometimes when you break through the dam, the floodwaters come, and this isn't going to be the last one.
Huskers win their first game of the season. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Katrina Spurl. Nebraska snaps its 10-game losing streak with a 53-28 win over Minnesota. Channel 8 Eyewitness News sports anchor Jared Kohler joins us now with more on tonight's top story.
We're moving forward, but I feel like, after you get a win, it really does show it, and we showed it tonight.
Well, Husker fans, it's been almost a whole year. You suffered through more heartbreak and disappointment than you really deserved. But finally tonight, you can sleep easy, knowing that when you wake up tomorrow morning, there'll be a W in the win column for the Nebraska football team. And I'm not talking about a gimme from the likes of Bethune-Cookman, no offense, but I mean a dominant Big Ten victory, something years from now will bring a smile to your face when you think of the first Scott Frost win. It was a beautiful day at Memorial Stadium for one of 4 home games over the next 5 weeks, playing in front of consecutive sellout crowd number 365. Minnesota, the visitor, at 3-3, but 0-3 in the Big Ten, coming with a little momentum after hanging with second-ranked Ohio State on the road last week, trailed by just 6th in the fourth quarter. Nebraska 4-3 against Minnesota since joining the Big Ten, but last year in PJ Fleck's first year, Gophers throttled Nebraska 54-21, something returning Husker players did not forget. We go to the first quarter. Let's see those highlights, and boy, was it a great start. Divino Zigbo, the senior running back, wastes no time. A 40-yard touchdown run to put the Big Red up 7-0 early, and Memorial Stadium is rocking. Zigbo, 3 games of 100 or more yards rushing over the last 4 weeks. Ben Stilley here, his 4th sack of the season. The Rude brothers loving what they see out of that. Then check out this play. The old Statue of Liberty from my college flag football days. They pulled it out. Mo Washington with the great run, and the Huskers are driving. They're feeling creative on the offensive side, and it shows later on. Divino Zigbo, boy, what a first half did he have. 59-yard touchdown run, the longest score of his career. It's 14-0 after the first quarter. Another great start in the first quarter for Nebraska. On to the second quarter we go. Adrian Martinez, this time he says, I'm going to fake the handoff and take it myself. 3-yard touchdown run, 21-0 Huskers. The first 21 or more point lead in the first half of a Big Ten game since November 2016. After Martinez fumbled, 4th down for Minnesota, Aaron Williams, the big-time stop. He had a rough week last week, but boy, did he show up, especially in the open field today. Next possession, Martinez making up for that fumble, going in and out of the shadows. A 51-yard scamper here to put the Huskers in the red zone. Later that drive, Martinez to J.D. Spielman, his main man. They'd connect for a 9-yard touchdown here to put the Huskers up 28-0. Spielman, the first Husker wideout to reach 100 or more career catches before their junior season. He also entered Nebraska's all-time top 10 in career catches. Gophers do get one back, though. D. Douglas, 13-yard touchdown. It's 28-8 at the half. Let's take a look at those first half stats. Martinez and Ozigbo, the heavy hitters, 213 total yards for the freshman, 139 yards for the senior. In just the first half, both making up all of the Huskers scoring. On to the third quarter we go. Gophers come out swinging, prove this wouldn't be a cakewalk. Tanner Morgan in at quarterback to Chris Autumn-Bell. The screenplay goes inside the 5-yard line for the Gophers. Again, this was right in the first minute of the second half, so Scott Frost's team had to prove that they were not going to go down without a fight, especially after the score. Mohamed Ibrahim from 4 yards out makes it 28-15, and we got a ball game. The Gophers mascot, it's dancing, especially right here as Seth Green, 5 yards. The score is 28-22. 22 unanswered points, and it is a silent Memorial Stadium, except for the band, of course. They're never silent. Time to respond. Martinez to Stanley Morgan Jr., 25-yard touchdown right there, 36-22 after the 2-point conversion that they both combined for. Morgan Jr. becomes the 4th Husker to ever have 150 career catches. We go to the fourth quarter now. 4th and goal for Minnesota. The fade route knocked down by DiCaprio Boodle on 4th and goal. This is a huge play. The Gophers still within reach, but this was a sign of things to come in the 4th quarter because Martinez, again, boy, on the ground, you know, people wondered if he could still rush as well as he did early in the season against Big Ten teams. The answer is yes. A 37-yard run here led to a Barrett Pickering 32-yard field goal. A nice rebound day again for the freshman kicker there. It's 39-22 Huskers, so even more breathing room after that. But a scare after a long kickoff return where Eric Lee saves a touchdown. Nebraska defense comes up big inside their own goal line. Tip drill, Dedrick Young, the interception. And really, that pretty much put it to bed because next possession, Martinez to Stanley Morgan Jr., who's wide open. Martinez just got it off, but didn't back down to the pressure. That is a 67-yard touchdown dagger. And for good measure, Mo Washington puts the game away for good after another Minnesota touchdown. And what a day for the Big Red as they go on to win, scoring more than 50 points. You see Scott Frost there after the game talking with his team, absolutely soaking it in. I know it's not the way he wanted it to go, but he still gets a Gatorade bath at the end of the day. Something, again, just 1-6. But still a day that he'll never forget. Let's take a look at your final stats. Martinez completed his first 11 passes of the day. Accuracy was the name of the game for him. He kept his weekly average above 225 yards passing and 50 yards rushing per game. He's just one of 2 quarterbacks in the nation to eclipse that weekly average. Nebraska also had 3 100-yard rushers for the first time since 2010. Sports Director Andrew Ward was on the field for this historic win, the first of the Scott Frost era, and followed this report after the game from Memorial Stadium.
357 days. That's how long the Huskers had to wait for this moment. Finally get back in the win column. You could see the euphoria on their faces as they exited the field here. Scott Frost saying afterwards he had hoped it would come before October 20th, but hey, a win's a win. And when he was presented that game ball in the locker room afterwards, it's hard to beat a moment like that.
We got as good of fans as there is in the country. They're loyal, they're supportive. Our kids appreciate them. They're fighting hard for them. And yeah, I almost teared up running off the field. That was a special moment.
I'm happy as it gets. I'm really excited about, you know, just where we're at, really. I feel like we've said it every week, but unfortunately we haven't gotten a win that we're moving forward. But I feel like, you know, after you get a win, it really does show it, and we showed it tonight.
It sucks that it took so long, and he deserved one a long time ago, but it is really cool to be a part of that, you know, and be the foundation of this thing, this machine that's about to get rolling here. Coach Frost is going to win a lot of games here.
That's an inappropriate Gatorade shower. First of all, it was cold. I took it like a man. I saw it coming, but I'm glad the guys are so excited. They deserve to be excited. But there's going to be a day around here when we're not celebrating one win, and we'll keep working toward that.
So to make this win even sweeter, it had been since September 23rd of last year since Nebraska had won here in Memorial Stadium. So the monkey, as they say, is finally off their backs. Reporting from Memorial Stadium, Andrew Ward, Channel 8 Eyewitness News, Sports.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We'll have more from the big win, plus the latest from the Nebraska volleyball team's top 5 matchup.